Are you aware of Putin's new strategy? Is Russia going to put their citizens in a war zone? Vladimir Putin, the Russian Prime Minister, is very well determined to increase their military force and be more equipped than before. There will be a significant increase in combat personnel. The size of the Russian army would be unmatched. How is he going to achieve this within a short period? A decree was signed by Putin on partial mobilization in the country. Citizens would be on call for compulsory military service if called upon. There will be no time limit to their service. Till the dissolution of the partial mobilization period, they would be constrained to work on duty. This created panic all over the country. Later on, Sergei Shoigu, the Honorable Defense Minister, made a few clarifications, one of which was that the citizens who had prior military experience would be only called upon for service. Others can continue their daily life, and partial mobilization wouldn't act as a hindrance. School and college-going students should attend their classes regularly and shouldn't be bothered by this. Putin has made a controversial statement that he would go to any extent to protect his people and country. It's quite evident from his previous actions. He also added that Russia is more powerful compared to all NATO countries, and they possess all means of destruction. Many prominent leaders worldwide addressed the partial mobilization of Putin as another step to a destructive war. At this point, his only mission is to extend his army and not the lives of the military men. The war has escalated dramatically. Is this the new move of Vladimir Putin to implement his unfavorable political strategies? Ukraine might take the forefront in war before the 1 billion armies arrive. The training period allocated to the army is just 2 weeks, as Russia invited only a selected group of men as a part of the mobilization plan. Do you think there is a chance for Russia to win? We would like to know your thoughts through your comments. Are these men ready for the most horrific training session? Former military personnel would be trained to bones for 2 weeks. The high-intensity training would harden their mind and mold their body to prepare for war. As they have previous experience, they could perform more efficiently than someone who has zero military experience. Hit the like button and smash the bell icon. The long process the bureaucracy has to handle to select these men who are mentally, physically, and medically fit is gruesome and time-consuming. The financial pressure Putin has brought upon Russia is inexplicable. During post-war times, many countries failed to revert their financial position and raise their economy. Currently, most countries opt for a no-war strategy, as the loss they have to bear after the war is not worthy of the territory conquered. The traumatic situation a country has to undergo will put them back more than a decade in terms of finance and infrastructure. Russia is suffering huge casualties from the war. Soon there would be a breaking point for Putin's strategy. Putin has named the situation they are dealing with to be a special military operation. Ukraine has used up all its powers, while Russia is on hold as their strategy is quite different. Russia was once part of an era where there were only 2 superpower countries in the world, and one was Russia. The potential power they hold is unknown to all. However, there are quite some speculations that Russia is running out of soldiers, and that's why Putin came up with a 1 billion army strategy. Putin's plans are working to an extent as Russia is gaining territory, but the cost they had to pay is not worth it. Their army is trained to defend their homeland. Here, they are invading Ukraine, which makes them quite unskilled and poorly equipped. Many came up to put an end to this ongoing war through negotiations, but both countries are not compromising or cooperating. Ukraine has only one condition, which is that Russia must evacuate from all the occupied regions, but Putin would never agree to that. What could stop Russia from proceeding with the 1 billion arms? Domestic opposition is the only answer. Many protests have been raised by the opposition parties and people against the 1 billion armies, as many are tired of losing their beloved in the name of war, and they want to put a sudden end to this. But extreme Putin supporters are fueling the ongoing war by creating domestic pressure to have a full-fledged war to defeat Ukraine. They are rooting for the use of atomic weapons and creating devastating conditions for Ukrainians. They believe that the superiority of Russia must be shown to the people of Ukraine by unlocking its potential powers. Share this video with your friends to know more about the 1 billion armies of Putin. Turn on your notification bell so you don't miss anything on this channel.